Hey guys, welcome to our studio. My name is Frank Dorov and today I want to introduce to you the new IQwire tether cables. Let me first explain very simple what is tethering. Well, with tethering you connect your camera to a device. For example, your laptop, your iPad or an Android phone. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's software that's compatible with your camera and tethering, you can connect your camera and shoot to that device. So what are the main advantages? Well, they're huge. It's one of the biggest upgrades in your workflow. It's not only handy that you have your files on your computer, but you can now also show your clients without the client just leaning over your shoulder and looking at that small display. But there's more. You can, for example, use presets so your client immediately sees the look that he or she wants. Or you can use overlays, for example, for a magazine, so you can shoot directly into the content so the client can literally see how the end result will be. But nowadays, cameras become faster and of course our demands become much higher for safety, but also for stability. We don't want to wait for images to come in, and we certainly don't want to be on a stage and lose our connection all the time. So that's why the demands for the cables are getting higher and higher. And that's why it was time for generation 2 of the IQwires. We did a few improvements. The first of all, of course, is our regular sizes are still there. We have our 5 meters and we have our 10 meters. And still with the 5 meters we use one inline booster and intelli connect. With the 10 meters we use 2 inline boosters and intelli connect, but we also have a new cable. And that's 15 meters using 3 inline boosters and of course intelli connect to get a super stable, super fast connection. Now, why should you use anything else than, for example, 5 meters? Because maybe you don't have a large studio. One of the calculations I always give people is we want to make sure that our cable doesn't come off the floor, because then you can trip over the cable or somebody else in your studio. So just do the calculation with me. Let's say your laptop is at 1.5 meter height and you're shooting from 1.5 meter height too. Let's make it easy. So that's 3 meters. If you have a 5 meter cable, that's, well, you don't have a lot of space left. That's about 2 meters you can move around. But if you do the same thing with a 10 meter cable, well, now you have a lot more space to walk around. Now you actually have, well, you calculated it? Yes, 7 meters to walk around. So you go from 2 meters to 7 meters. And that's a huge difference. And when you have a bigger studio or larger studio like us, you can now use the 15 meters. But we changed some other stuff too. Now, on the red cables, we had a little bit of a higher USBC connector, and sometimes you guys are very creative. You could still bump into somebody and destroy your port. So we made the connector a little bit smaller. So now you do need a little bit of an, bit of tape to get it out, but it's much nicer, it's much more flush to the body and much less chance on damaging it. But there's more. The red cables were awesome. But a lot of photographers complained about, well, the cables were inside for example, product photography or video. So we decided to make them black this run. But we didn't choose normal black because, you know, IQwire is designed by photographers for photographers. And with normal black, you still have the chance of reflections. So we actually opted for a carbon black cable. And to be totally honest, it looks absolutely stunning. Hey, but only a cable isn't enough. You also need something to protect your camera, your computer, and of course the cable, because those cables aren't very cheap. So you want to make sure that you can use your cables for many years to come without damaging your cable. So we also released a brand new defense system. Let's take a look at that in the next video.